Hey, great Saturday morning. It is a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. Why don't you be? Why won't you be? Oh, could you be my neighbor? Let me say it did not have a show last night. And felt good. And I say that not in a bad way, guys. What we do is not as easy as a lot of people think. You have to want to be a little bit on the woke side in regards to what's going on here in uh, in Brownsville. And let me throw out there, morning, Tony. I still need your used laptops and used laptops and your used computers that you don't use anymore. I could still use those. And if you have some lying around at home, please send them to my office. There's a lot of kids in Matamoros that are going to actually be going back to virtual. Um, Clases presenciales en México se van a cancelar because of the great number of COVID cases out there. So again, if anyone out there has used laptops that you have around, and you don't have a use for, I'll take them off your hand. And if anyone out there has a new laptop and wants to do something cool for kids in Matamoros, send it our way. Remember, one of the things that I think that coming into the spirit of Charo days, one of the things that I think has been lost is that we are sister cities to Matamoros, and we're so jointly connected. And I think that in a huge way, we depend on each other, but we've been made to believe that we don't. And we do. And all politics aside, all Democrat, Republican, all border wall, no border wall, is that we depend on the Matamoros, and Matamoros depends on us. And I think that's a great thing. I still remember, back. Does anyone remember when the was it Amigo building, the Amiga building, downtown, La Casa Amiga? Does anyone remember the name of it? Do you remember when it came down? How uh, primeros auxilios de Matamoros came out to help. And I think our first responders have also always attended the needs that have happened in Mexico as well. So it's good to work in unison. Today we are having the event that I made mention of. Erasmo, over, a ver if we are so jointly connected, ¿por qué no los dejan venir over here? Oh, well, that's just because of immigration laws. We know that. But what I mean by jointly connected is we benefit from each other. Even though we don't have hundreds of thousands of people being able to come over here, estamos tan conectados en cuanto a cultura. And let me say, Nene, uh, parte de ello lo demostramos con las bodas que hago a veces con personas de las cuales tenemos que efectuar la boda en territorio internacional, a medio puente. Eh, Tenemos nuestros conocidos, nuestros queridos en Matamoros. Muchas de las personas que yo amo más en el mundo radican en Matamoros. Y eso es que la conexión mía con Matamoros es menos que muchas otras personas de las cuales han vivido en Matamoros. La línea familiar en cuanto a establecimiento en México, por decir, mis papás son de México. Hay muchas personas aquí locales de las cuales son ciudadanos americanos, ciudades de nuestra gran ciudad de Bronzeville, que tienen que sus padres nacieron en México. No hay nada malo en ello. Lo que estoy diciendo, en el caso mío, yo tengo mis abuelos que son de México. O sea, brinca una generación y ahorita se está estableciendo otras generaciones de las cuales sus tatarabuelos eran de México. Eso se va perdiendo un poco esa línea, pero como hay líneas todavía tan cercanas, tenemos esa bendición de poder otorgar ese servicio, amigo, y no es que me esté promocionando. Gracias a Dios contamos con bastante trabajo al momento, suficiente trabajo, no solamente eso, sino que acá en la oficina, donde no tenemos esa necesidad. Lo digo porque es la relación íntegra, cercana que tenemos con nuestra hermana ciudad. Entonces, nosotros, pues debemos de asimilar esa responsabilidad de siempre ver por los nuestros y no podemos decir en una manera, pues ellos no son nuestros. Y déjenme decirles, este, algunos de ustedes saben de que yo no tengo relación íntima y cercana con mis propias hermanas. Las amo a todas. Yo amo a todas mis hermanas. Otra vez, yo soy muy solitario, yo soy muy acá solo, no me gusta el drama, aunque dicen que soy dramático, chismoso y lo que quieran, no me gusta, por eso me mantengo aislado. Entonces, a pesar de ello, aprecio mucho el trabajo que mis hermanas hacen en Matamoros. Mi hermana Melissa, hace trabajos, los cuales nadie aquí localmente hace, con la comunidad en Matamoros, lista y presta para ayudar. Mi hermana Linda, al igual, todas son de diferente carácter, pero en su servidor no deja de amarlas, porque pues son mis hermanas. Y pues ni modo, ¿qué le hago? Yo como con los primos, ¿qué le hago? Ahí está, ni modo. Tengo que querer a los
No le
perros.
podemos hacer nada a eso.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. Ya, pues ni modo, ¿no? ¿Cómo estás, Sam?
Bien, bien, aquí nomás disfrutando el clima.
Yo también.
Haz de cuenta que estoy en Inglaterra.
Ay, sí, sí. Oye, nomás te faltan los dientes chuecos y sucios.
Sí.
Oye, no sé por qué son famosos por tener los dientes feos. Good morning, Tony, my man. And I'm going to Brownsville today. Treat me to lunch. Vente? Hey, you get here before 11 o'clock? Sure. Stop by my office. I'll take you to lunch. My man, the line guy. The line guy. No, hey, Frank, how you doing, my man? Appreciate you, bro. I'm eating cookies today. Buenos días, Lupita hermosa. Buenos días. ¿Qué hay de aquí, Erasmo? ¿Y qué tenemos esta mañana? Pues tenemos a Samuel.
Nada bueno.
Good morning. Too bad I was busy yesterday. I could have set up your show through the Talk Show Central RG style. I could have been your producer. Just an idea. Yeah, let me tell you, let's do that, Royal. And I'm sorry, man. It's just, I really thought that I was going to be able to click on. But Sam, I don't know if you saw on my church page, I tried to stream the sermons from La Campaña. And you probably don't watch sermons, you heathen.
You're
But
probably correct.
but something happened like halfway through it, the sound went berserk.
Alright.
Didn't didn't record the sound. I don't know what went wrong. I'm going to try a different method today to stream the sermon because actually I've been pretty good sermons. The guys have done a good job. Today we're having the kids' day. Guys, if you still want to send candies over, I'm leaving at midday, so stop by the office. And drop off candies, toys. Still, we'll take everything, anything. But if anyone has used computers or laptops that you don't use anymore, break down with them. So una de las cosas, Sam, I don't know if you saw the shows, but I realized that at home I had a desktop there at my house,
Yeah.
and pues nomás estaba ahí gathering dust and cat hair because I got cats. Y sabes, the reason I had it es porque decía yo, algún día, you know,
Yeah. I
there'll be a
might use
backup.
it one day.
And not, and
Or might need it.
yeah,
Y
and
nunca
I'm
llegó el
not.
día.
It's just there, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Just remember, people, como dicen, delete everything you have in there.
but it's funny because I have actually one of my old Macs. It's right there. I don't know if you saw it when you came to the office. It's right there. It's a big one. It's a big one. It's one of the. I think I had it. I've had it for since 1999. No, 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 no. 2019. Since
Big difference.
2019. No, 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 no.
Oh nine,
When was it that we were back at
oh
UTB
nine.
at 29? I've literally had this since 2009, bro. Not even joking. Since then, when I moved up to work in Austin and to finish my bachelor's degree over there, I got that. Sam just left. I got that Mac back in 2009, 2010. Guys, it's still running. It's still running. It's still functioning, man. Actually, I was that's the one I was using at home. Pero ya me la
Oh,
traje. So I'm going to take that to Matamoros, have them wipe that clean, and use it at the church. We're actually going to start doing some work at the church building there in Matamoros. It's kind of trippy, because and I'll go back into the politics a little bit. But sabes, Sam, there's a lot of great work going on at the church now. Este, and I'm glad to be permitted to be a part of it. We have a doctor now in Matamoros at the church, and so we're going to start to do on Tuesdays. Well, yo digo en mi mente, we just, but I haven't talked to
yeah.
the doctor yet. But I'm going to see
What he doesn't know yet is that on Tuesdays.
what he doesn't know is that. So I'm going to see if on Tuesdays, porque papá va para allá los martes, you know that, right? If on
Yeah.
Tuesdays he could set up el consultorio there at Lopez, and free medical service to anyone from the church and anybody else that wants medical service. But announce it throughout the church. We have the
Yeah.
facilities. Now we have the material which to work with, but offer that service. I don't know, just
Yeah.
an idea. It's kind of trippy because one of the things I think that a lot of people make mention is like, well, you do something. Well, I think we're known to trying to do something. We're always coming up with this amazing ideotas, ideotas.
Even if it's just facilitating the process, it's something.
Yeah, I
Like
think
that,
so.
the having the network, it's something.
Well, the other day, man, uh, one of the things that I've been able to collect is I've been able to collect medical equipment. One of the things because I go thrift store shopping, and maybe I thrift store shopping, and I would see like a wheelchair for like $10 or $15, and I'd buy it. And I wouldn't buy it for myself. I bought it because you never know. And luego me quejo de papá because no sé, un día voy a usarlo.
You're getting to that age, huh?
Yeah. And we buy these amazing medical equipment, and I don't have
No, but
any.
now that they're gonna do that thing on Tuesdays, hopefully that could be useful whenever somebody comes by and be like, "Hey, do you happen to have a wheelchair?" Well, it'll be there.
Yeah,
Like
and
if they need medical equipment or medical supplies or whatnot. I'm pretty sure lots of people from Brazil like have those what are those DME extra pads and whatnot that they're just piling up there at home that somebody else could use.
yeah. So that's what I plan to do. And actually, right now, guys, I don't have any wheelchairs left, uh, or any. Fíjate, I don't have any walkers. A friend of mine, a young guy, he's a skater. I love him to death. He knows that, and I love his mom. His mom que usted es amigo de mi hijo. Sí, sí. He asked me for a walker because he actually had a skating accident, and I said, "Sure, man, I've got one." And he took that, and he gave, if you can, just bring it back, so that we could share it
Yeah.
after you don't need it. So anyone out there that has any medical equipment, anything like for a doctor's office, anything, guys, I'll take it. Thanks, thank you, Hermosa. Estamos en rojo, repito, en rojo. Lo que pasa, mi querido amigo Erasmo, es que nos hicimos caso, salían hasta sin máscaras. Estamos así por socarrones. Perdón, sin ofender, mi gente hermosa. Yo creo que, mi opinión, Lupita, parte del problema es de que han estado dando mensajes mixtos y la información ha sido tan convoluda que no sabemos ni qué creer ya. Y yo quizás podamos decir que sea culpa de la raza. Yo creo que cada quien hace su decisión personal. Pero el problema es de que de un ratito nos decían, máscara, doble máscara, y luego no máscara, y bueno, vamos a restar una máscara, y no máscara, y máscara, y luego cuarentena, nadie puede salir, ¿cómo se llama? Toque de queda, nadie puede salir de 11 a 6 de la mañana. Y algunos de nosotros, pues prestamos atención y ahí andábamos como sonsos. Sí, toque queda, no te queda. No sé qué es lo que puso Samuel en la cámara, pero no se mira. Ok. Toque queda. Y todo para nada. Entonces, yo creo que el mensaje ha sido confuso y tiene ahora a las personas en una postura de que me vale. Sam, your take, if you're still on. He's not on. One day, Sam is going to drop his cricket phone and actually get a good phone. What do you think
Number
about?
is because when I get calls, it drops the
Oh,
thing.
what do you think about the Lupita's comment?
Um, well, see, there's lots of changes of information, and then there's people that they're like, oh, well, they're giving extra information. Like yesterday, I was seeing some comments about people like supposedly they're using it for scare tactics, but I'm like, well, some people use the whole thing of like better safe than sorry, you know. You don't want to be seeing your loved ones in the ICU and whatnot with being all intubated, but that's far extreme. And then there's some people that are like, oh no, we'll have a good immune system, but it's personal choice to be honest. But I don't know. It's your call. It all depends who's involved in your household. You know, if you have people with weak immune systems,
Be more cautious.
yeah.
I agree. And I think that's where you have to make yourself responsible y ser responsables. O sea, si tú tienes a tus papás en casa o tus abuelitos o personas, como dice Samuel, las cuales pues padecen de alguna enfermedad o alguna cosa que los va a debilitar, entonces protéjate lo más posible y usa el spray y todo, y la máscara y todo lo que tú quieras. Yo en lo personal no tengo contacto con casi nadie. Entonces yo me mantengo aislado al 100% y yo no me voy a poner máscara. Y lo que me cae bien mal, me da mucha risa es ver personas solas en el carro con con la máscara.
Um, no sé, la idea en vez, he escuchado que en vez se le olvida a la gente quitársela. Pues sí entiendo, pero también hay otra gente like, no, pues no que puedes tomar mucha precaución y esto que lo otro. Y a otra gente que nomás no sabe ni qué hacer, bro. Pues
No sabe qué hacer. Pero por lo mismo, porque ha sido tan confuso, ¿no?
sí.
Son hermosas tus hermanas, amigo, bien puestas para ayudar como tú, amigo. Exactamente. Y siempre lo he dicho, otra vez, yo puedo tener diferencias con mis primos y con mis hermanas y con quien ustedes quieran. Eso es punto y aparte. Siempre se debe de reconocer a las personas de las cuales son productivas y hacen por la comunidad. Y déjame decirles que mis hermanas se pintan solas la cara y a veces las uñas.
No, pero siempre han sido así, desde chiquitos que yo me recuerdo.
Sí.
Siempre han sido así.
Mis hermanas son del tipo que ellas se quitan el saco para dárselo a alguien necesitado. O sea, aunque ellas se quedan sin saco, ellas se lo sueltan. Así de fácil. Son de corazón súper hermoso. Tienen sus defectillos, ¿verdad? este, que no los voy a mencionar, aunque ellas quieran,
Como todo ser humano,
como todo ser humano, aunque ellas a veces
sin,
quieran,
sin
sin
ofender al
ofender.
presente.
Sí, gracias. Ellas a veces quieren compartir de más de mis fallas, pero no hay problema. Yo las sigo amando, y lo digo bromeando. Siempre voy a respetar y siempre voy a darle honra a todas mis hermanas porque conozco lo que cargan dentro de ellas. Y son una joya para la comunidad. Mi hermana Melissa, increíble, increíble lo que hace. Mi hermana Linda igual, de hermoso corazón, de hermoso corazón. Y siempre lo he dicho.
De ahí en adelante, pues quién sabe. Las demás.
No, y ¿sabes qué? Es cosa. Jamie también es del mismo tipo. Claudia también es del mismo tipo. Mi hermana Gaby, ni quien diga, o sea, hermosa, hermosa. Y es algo bien raro, ¿verdad? Pero hay ciertos hermanos con los cuales como que si nos
Topas.
emparejamos, o sea, porque sí, tenemos muchas de las mismas características. Increíblemente, y no tenemos esa relación cercana, pero con mi hermana Gaby, como que si fuésemos los mismos, you know? Es increíble, pero somos del mismo genio, del mismo carácter, de los mismos gustos, con mi hermana Gaby. Pero con eso dicho, ni crean por un instante que siempre andamos juntos. O sea, tengo meses, literalmente meses de no ver a mi hermana Gaby. Y vive a 4 cuadras de mi casa, a 4 casas de mi casa. Meses de no verla.
Es
Meses.
que ella sí trabaja, bro.
Ella sí tiene cosas productivas que hacer. Y sí, sí trabaja, es enfermera. Y pues ahorita pues tienen muchísimo trabajo. Pero ella y yo, pero a todas las quiero igual. Y mi hermana Amy, pues ni quien diga, mi hermana Amy está en Georgia. Y pues nos amamos. Cuando recientemente hubo una situación en la familia, pues nos pidieron que, oye, ¿estás listo? Le dije, yo por mis hermanas estoy siempre inmediatamente listo para actuar y pues para salir adelante, luchar por ellas, en lo que me necesiten. Y ese fue el problema que resultó con la prima de Samuel, porque ellos, pues quisieron tomar otro lado, otro bando, y pues a mí nada placentero. Y otra vez, una cosa es de que eh, les eche a mis hermanas, pero no tolero que otras personas le echen a mis hermanas,
Yo
Los
les puedo decir mujer y medio, pero nadie más.
Exactamente. Yo les puedo decir hasta lo que no.
Pero nadie más se mete con mi hermana.
Pues es que así es, ¿no, Samuel?
Sí.
Así es. Y entonces, cuando se molestó, la prima y el primo de Samuel, pues dije, nomás déjense de meter con mi familia. Déjense de meter conmigo y no va a haber problemas. Pero si ustedes y sus familitas, sus huerquitos, quieren andar ahí hociqueando, pues tengo bien dicho. Yo no, y les dije, yo no ando buscando pleito, pero no nos busquen a nosotros, porque if there's one thing that I've told everyone here, and again, I don't care if it's popular or not popular, if anyone hits you, you better hit them back 10 times harder. You better. Because el problema, Sam, es de que después la gente cree que you're easy.
Your little punching bag.
You're a little punching bag. And, they want to keep you at the bottom of the barrel. I'm sorry. You may think that we're at the bottom of the barrel, but if you punch, we will counter punch. And it's not going to be pleasant. And these people, all these people should know, I don't care.
Yeah, because if you don't do that, si no haces eso, te vas a ir pegando hasta que revientes.
Hasta que reviente. Y entonces ese es el problema, Samuel. Ese es el problema. So, mi consejo, a mí me vale. Y last time I said it, last time I said it, algunas personas que medio se molestaron, ¿no? Que,
Sí.
ay, Erasmo, estás promoviendo la violencia y que hay mejores maneras. I don't care. Con nosotros nos creamos así. Mijo, usted no busque pleito, usted haga, luche por la paz, pero el día que te truenen, más vale que los truenes 10 veces peor.
Pues hay boxing rings in a Boys and Girls Club.
You know,
Like, si hay borlote, the school should allow that. Like, not allow it, but there's boxing gloves, you know? Like, hey, ¿sabes qué? ¿Tienes una espina con alguien? Ponte los guantes, te damos 5 minutes, quédate la espina.
oh yes, let me ask you, Sam. Do you know if that's still available?
The what?
Are they still using the boxing thing there at the Boys
Yeah.
and Girls Club? Are
As
they?
far as I seen some boxing practicing. También mixed martial arts. People are still practicing that.
That's
I
awesome,
know
man.
Los Fresnos has a wrestling program.
¿Quién?
Los Fresnos CISD has a wrestling program.
Wow, that's impressive, man. I like wrestling. I wish we had wrestling here in Brownsville, but I mean, not surprised that we don't. Fíjate que,
I'm sure they have the funding for it.
oh hell yeah. Oye, ¿sabes qué? Que the guys that are amazing are the Juárez clan.
The
Man, let me tell
Relámpago.
you, relámpago, folk. You know, y ya no nomás es el relámpago, también es el trueno, and you know, they're producing amazing athletes. And let me say, guys, they have a gym over here on Ruben Torres, and they accept individuals coming into the gym, man. One of the most impressive things that they do, and I love the Juarez guys, all of them, Rudy and all his kids, man, amazing. One of the things that really touches my heart is that they work with our special needs kids. You know, they work with our special needs kids in a way that I have not seen anyone else work with the special needs here in Brownsville. And anyone that is interested, contact Rudy Juarez, man. Or Relámpago, or El Trueno now. And his other kid también, I think is a football star at some college. Just great role models for our community. Great role models
Yeah.
for our community. I appreciate them.
Yeah, because I know several kids from like back in the days. They would even go to the training camps at Oscar de la Hoya from like the Boys and Girls Club here from Brownsville. There's been several people that go up there.
They had that movement going on for a while, but back in, was it like is it mid? I can't remember. Like 10, 15 years ago now.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Can't remember. When are the elections for BISD? November, first Tuesday of November, 2022. Pues ya estamos 2022, ¿verdad? First Tuesday in November. They're going to be interesting. Let me say, I was hoping to have a report in regards to what happened with the Marisa and Minerva trial thing. Haven't heard anything. And if I haven't heard anything, guys,
You're like, I have nothing.
I got nothing. No, but let me. The thing is that if I don't have anything, it didn't go our way, you know,
Yeah.
because if Marisa had been successful, it'd be
It would have been
plastered.
known.
It'd be plastered all over social media, and because it's been quiet, este, I'm going to think that they just threw it out, which is what I thought was going to happen.
Yeah. Based on your
Unless,
Nostradamus effect.
bro,
And it was bound to happen. They're not gonna make everybody vote again or recount it or none of that stuff. They
yeah.
could have just probably checked to see who was like a valid voter or valid count or whatnot. But other than that,
Well,
nothing else.
the other thing that could have happened, and again, we'll find out. And I've tried, and I sent Marisa a message, and I'm the type of person that if I don't get a quick response for you, I'm thinking that you're blowing me off. So I said I'm not going to beg for information. I'm not going to beg. I love Marisa. She knows this. I love her to death. I'm not going to be begging for information. So I'm just going to get it some other way. And it could be that the judge has taken the case and is going to consider it. Doesn't matter. I don't think that there's a clear cut winner in this thing. I think everything's going to remain the same. What I wished would have happened is that they would have exposed the corruption supposedly that they found, but they never did that because they had a case going. And now it's just like the problem is again because we're out of the heat of the moment, less people are going to care. You know, if it would have been done right then and there when the moment was hot, so it's all about timing, guys, and that's the problem. You have to be on point when it comes to timing, location, and timing. And the timing, in my opinion, was right when it happened. This is what we have, you know, because
Yeah.
I don't see Sam how it would have affected their case to say, look, here's where they did fraud. You know, it's not like a big old secret, but they kept it like a big old secret.
Yeah,
So
they don't expose it. They don't want to expose it.
entonces, ¿de qué nos
Maybe because there's something bigger to expose. Because usually that's how they are with the FBI.
No, but in this case, it wasn't. It didn't go to the federal level. It didn't go to federal court. It went to district court. So I would think that if there was something nefarious going on, the DA would have gotten involved. It's been mute. It's
Yeah.
more of a well, let's talk about it in court type of thing, like resolution sort. So
Yeah.
I'm getting nothing. And again, I hate Samuel. I hate for people to hype up individuals and say, "Oh, look, it's coming. It's going to be my turn." And they go, "Puro fart," you know,
Yeah.
and then nothing comes out.
It's like the guy, the one that they caught recently was from La Jolla, the BSD board member, for doing the same thing, getting kickbacks and whatnot.
Same thing that Sylvia Atkinson did.
But how come they post it like for that school district and they don't post anything about this school district?
Nothing. No, nothing. Because again, they are part of this corrupt political. And let me say, the news media, Channel 4, Channel 23, and the Brownsville Herald, they are an arm of this corrupt political machine here in Brownsville. They're never going to report on Trey Mendez taking those hundreds of thousands of dollars. They're never going to report on it. And you know what's It's a story, bro. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, isn't it like wow? At least throw it out there so more people know about it. It's a good story. Mayor Mendez, did you form LLCs in order to request money, taxpayer dollars, and private funds from the city of Brownsville while in office? Yes or no? It's a story, man. But they're going to cover up for the mayor. You know, what happened with Eddie Trevino and Joey Lopez putting up mandates for everyone out here in regards to no more than 10 people. And then next thing you know, Joey Lopez is giving all of his compadres, buddies, and friends,
No more than 10 people, except for us.
except for us, because the rules don't apply to Eddie Trevino and they don't apply to Joey Lopez. You all cannot have gatherings more than 10 people, but my daughter's having a wedding in the middle of the pandemic. Oh, well, but I'm going to vaccinate everyone that's going to the wedding. With what? Oh, with the vouchers that should go to the elderly, should go to the immune compromised. And that's what pisses me off. No one covers it. No one covered it. And they were good stories. Qué rico café tomas, amigo. Me encanta. It is a donut shop coffee, but it's the greater value. I like the greater value products, you know. Yo soy de rancho. Algo, ¿qué tenemos de VISD? ¿Clases presenciales o qué? Sí, clases presenciales. No va a cambiar.
No me han dicho que they were going to offer some virtual to certain people.
Certain people. Pero ¿sabes qué? Someone may mention, and I have not confirmed. Someone said, Erasmo, as soon as they posted it, they took it down.
Really?
Supposedly.
I saw the
can't confirm.
post, but I just know that it was like, if you have COVID or someone's with COVID in your house or something like that,
No, because they're
and
actually.
you got to be passing everything. They put so many requirements. It was ridiculous.
It is. And it's otra vez, another CDC. It's all confusing, Sam. So now it's 5 days and you can't come back, but you can come back if you're vaccinated or if you have a face mask. It's all confusing. There is no plan.
That's what I was telling you about the same thing with employers. That if you're vaccinated and you get COVID, you can come back, but with a mask or wait the 5 days. And if you're not vaccinated, you have to wait like more days.
¿Estás en camión o qué, Samuel? ¿O qué
Sí, en el noreste.
anda trayéndonos la mercancía que nos hace mucha falta? There's a lady who wanted to argue me on one of your posts when I said the CDC is confusing everyone. She defended the CDC and she said that they don't confuse anyone. What world was she living in? Yeah, yeah. I mean, you have to be either blind, deaf, and dumb, or all three, uh, to not see how confusing they are, or you don't keep up with it because
Even when they ask like the State Department or state level, they're like, okay, so what do you recommend? They're like, personal choice. But what do you recommend? Do you put on face mask or not? Uh, Personal choice. I'm like, say something. You're a doctor.
make up your
What's your
damn.
recommendation?
Yeah, if you ask me my personal choice is going to be I'm not going to wear a face mask, and I'm not going to wear a face mask because again, I'm going to stick by myself. And let me say, I don't think that there's anyone here in the city of Brownsville that traveled as much as I did last year, Sam. You
Yeah,
know, no one traveled as much as I did last year here in the city of Brownsville. With that, I'm still COVID negative, and I'm going to continue to be COVID negative. I mean, I'm going to Matamoros every day, guys, and that's zona roja, como
yeah,
como Ray Martinez's show, the red zone. Esa es zona roja. I'm going to Matamoros every damn day. I'm traveling the world. I'm not going to get COVID because I'm going to choose to protect myself in the way that I know how best to protect myself. If I'm going to be in crowds, I might decide to wear a mask. I'm not going to be in crowds. It's a personal choice. Oye, ¿por qué cuando un hijo de una maestra sale positivo, los directores dicen, no, usted venga a trabajar, ¿qué onda? Y el hijo que, o sea, no entiendo, ahora son 5 días, amigo. El problema es la que no tienen suficientes maestros. O sea, los maestros
yeah.
vengan. Hubo un correo,
Ni con todos de la Palace.
yes, no, ni con toda la gente de la Glass Palace pudieron suplementar todas las ausencias de
Que
maestros,
son demasiadas.
son demasiadas, y la falta de sustitutos. So, en este momento he oído de maestros, aunque estén positivos, están yendo a trabajar. And that's a disaster waiting to happen. It's a disaster waiting to happen because that's just being dumb and stupid. I think if you got COVID, stay home. Lovely that you
Yeah.
speak about your sisters. They are awesome ladies. They are. And again, I don't think I've ever, I don't think I've ever publicly come out and said anything negative. And let me tell you, there's a
Not
lot.
about the sisters, but
No,
like other people, maybe.
and let me tell you, there's a lot to say. They, let me say, and again, I don't have the greatest sibling relationship with some of my siblings, but let me say, I think they know that I love them all. All they know. I just don't hang around with anyone unless they're good looking. Good morning, hermosa Cristina. Good morning, Katy Presas. Let
It's
me
been a
say,
while.
eh?
It's been a while for
It's been a
presas.
while. Katy is another one that has been doing a lot of traveling, and Katy has also been at the forefront in regards to speaking up in regards to concerns here
Yeah.
at in Brownsville. And I'm very, very proud. So I'm very, very proud. Let me say this again. Katy is. I've actually ran against Katy in political races, but I'm very, very proud that despite the fact, at the end of the day, we're still friends. We could sit down, have a conversation, and in those things that we agree on, we fight together. Another individual that I ran against was Carlos Elizondo. We literally ran against each other, and we had a. I mean, people know me. I go for the jugular when it's in politics. I mean, and I
When it's time to fight the juggler.
fíjate, it's kind of funny, Sam. But I don't know if you heard me ever say this story or I've told you. One time when we were running, that time that I won, actually, este, Lucy had filed to run against us. It was me, Carlos, Otis Powers, and Lucy. And after we did the number drawing, we came out of BISD, and Miss Lucy. And again, I love Lucy. Nothing against her. We walked out and we were very cordial, and we were having great conversations. I mean, like, oh yeah, well, pa qué, échale ganas, good luck, y todo, normal stuff. And she goes, well, Mr. Castro, just to let you know, este, I'm not running against you. I'm running for the seat. Typical political talk. And I said, no, Miss Longoria. Let me clarify something for you. If this is a race, political campaign, if you put your hat in the ring, if you put your name in that little square, and my name is in there, I'm going to destroy you. I'm going to go after you because I go for the jugular. And it was so trippy because she was
You'll
going,
be getting an audit.
yeah. It was so trippy because she was going, like, she didn't expect that. Sam, part of the problem is a lot of these politicians, they like to do the political talk. No. With me, you don't get political. You get the truth. And the truth is, if you're not in it to go for the jugular, then, if you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen. And Gatti is one that has taken the hit, has taken the blows. And let me tell you, I have a lot of respect for Gatti in the sense that she fought Baltasar Salazar. And let me tell you, it was, and I think I've apologized to Gatti because, I used a lot of what Baltasar Salazar was dishing out there when we ran against each other, but because it was out there. I learned what type of stupid idiot Baltasar Salazar actually was and how detrimental he was to our community. And let me tell you, I've apologized to a couple of people because of some of the decisions and some of the things that I've stated, because we listened to Baltasar Salazar, because you think that an attorney is going to be somewhat ethical, but because of Baltasar Salazar, I'll say this, because of Baltasar Salazar, I voted against Dr. Sendejas, and I voted against Arvin Tucker, and they were both mistakes on my part. But again, the way that it was produced to us, it was like no way you could vote any other way. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, but again, the biggest snake was Baltasar Salazar, and the problem with me is that we realized it a little bit too late. And by either way, we didn't have the votes. Baltasar Salazar had Sylvia Atkinson, had Prissy Roca Tipton, had Drew Brown, and had La Pingüina, Minerva Peña.
And most of the board.
Yeah, he had the majority of the board. So he did whatever he wanted. He literally said, and I said this, he was the most powerful individual at BISD because he would put money in Prissy's account, in Drew's account, in Sylvia's account, and in Minerva's account. Literally put money into their pockets. And I learned that too late. I'm very proud, and I've said this. I'm very proud of someone else that I ran against, Laura Perez Reyes, because she took a stand. She took a stand, and it was because of that stand that Laura Perez and I, as they were able to reconnect. Reconnect, and I hope pick up the friendship that we experienced while being on the minority on the board, because they put us through hell and a half. And Laura keep on fighting, and I'm proud of that. I'm very, very proud of that.
You're the only two that were not on the group, or no?
Yes, and Philip wasn't either. El problema with Philip, sometimes he thought he was in the group, so he would go like, sometimes I'm with them, but when he was with that, no, I understand what you're saying, but Sylvia,
I understand what you're saying, but I gotta vote this way.
But Sylvia, and with me it was like, screw Sylvia, because I knew she was a rata. I was the only one vocal out there, and again, nothing against this. Laura. Laura is a fighter. Laura is a fighter, and but I was the one that was most vocal.
And she's running again this election, right?
She's unopposed. Yeah, she's in for the next 4 years, and I'm congratulations to her. She's unopposed, so she's not going to have. She doesn't have an opponent. Very, very proud of Laura and the works that she's doing at the county, and I think she's going to have a very amazing future in regards to local politics, and I'm proud, very proud. And again, and if I wasn't, she knows me. I'd be out here like scream my head out. Green Gem, I passed the visitor center yesterday afternoon, and they are cleaning it. Do we have to call them out on it? Yes,
Yes.
it's but it's true, Samuel. It's como
And
que,
it's crazy how, like, we mentioned it here, and then it just takes about a day or two, and it just pops up like, oh, it's getting done.
but at the end of the day, it's like I'm glad that it's getting done. So okay, if we have to call it out, and it's kind of trippy because I
If that
think
was works, let's just keep on doing it. If that's the process that they want, let's keep on doing it instead of
exactamente,
being proactive. Just gonna wait until we call it. Go ahead.
exactamente, and I truly agree with that. And let me say, one of the things that a friend of mine made mention, because she was asking about the issue with this individual that they gave a email to and badge to just because of the relationship or the friendship that they have with a city commissioner.
Mhm.
And they asked, do you think a lot of people watched it? I said, like, it doesn't really matter as long as the right people watch it.
Did we say that when Maggie was there?
Yes.
I could have sworn that received like about 1,500 views on one of the pages.
Yes, because what happens, Sam, is that a lot of people don't, like, right now we have 71 people, and people on YouTube, please like that channel. We have 71 people.
Help a brother out.
Help a brother out, bro. I need gasoline. Oh yeah, what happens is a lot of people don't see the show while it's on because they don't want their name popping out on Facebook. So what happens is they wait till after the show, and then they'll go back and watch it. That's why the numbers like scaled up, because they'll watch it whenever they have time, which is okay. I don't care. But as long as the right people watch it, I'm good. It's because and there's one thing that I've learned: everyone in the political world, everyone is listening.
Yeah.
They're all listening. County is listening. Joey Lopez is always here.
The judge.
The judge, Eddie Chapaneco, he's always on, bro. That guy's like, I mean, and it's something that's really trippy because it's true what they say. Your haters are always going to be your number one supporters. The guy is always on. I mean, I think he watches the show like 2, 3 times a day, just the morning ones, and then goes back at 2, 3 in the morning is watching the nighttime ones. The guy, and then he'll come out
Has a
go,
fetish.
yeah, I don't blame him. But the thing is again, and they'll go, I don't watch those shows. Yeah, but they're always watching the damn page because I don't know if you saw, Sam, that the news came out because
Which
of
one?
John White's meme. Did you see that?
I saw when you were clarifying it or posting it about that they listen to John White, but I don't. I guess since I don't follow him or I don't have him, I didn't see the meme.
Well, John White added the meme in a couple of the BISD posts, but he was being an ass because that's the
That's John
amazing.
White.
That's so white. That's how amazing. I mean, to the point that BISD had to clarify, that Brownsville Herald had to clarify, and they're going, and I'm going like, damn, I never thought anyone would be taking John White so serious. And
Out of all people.
out of all people, John White. So I send him a message. I go, bro, you're famous, bro.
That's crazy. Yeah, because right now they're just waiting for like anything for them to post, I guess, as far as information. And people are just like, oh, okay, they mentioned this now and they mentioned that now.
Well, let me say that,
So,
and again, and goes back to one of my favorite movies, The President. I think I can't remember, but it's when the guy from Back to the Future, Michael Fox.
uh-huh.
When Michael Fox, approaches the president and says, "But Mr. President, if they don't have anyone out there, they'll drink the sand." And he goes, "Well, they don't drink the sand because it's the only thing there. They drink it because they don't know the difference. And it's true. And that's part of the problem. When there is a void of information coming from the individuals that are supposed to give you the information, you know, they're
Yeah.
wanting to get the information somewhere, you
Yeah.
know, and that's what, and again, I say this very humbly. That's
Like the little information that they give out, there's like little transparency into it.
Shut up. I even wrote that I was going to make they made this guy newspaper famous, man, because of a meme. And what's funny, man, was on the meme, it had uh Phil Cowan on there and Laura Perez Reyes still on there.
I gotta look it up, man.
Oh,
I remember you had mentioned something like that.
it's hilarious, hilarious. But when the individuals that are supposed to be giving you information don't give you information, then people are hungry for it. And this is where politicians and the local media have failed us, Sam. First of all, the local media is 100% to the left. They will always protect the corrupt. Always. The media, Brownsville Herald, Channel 23, Channel 4, will always protect the corrupt political machine. Always, always. And so they become a non-credible source. So what happens is, here comes Erasmo. Erasmo becomes the king of all local social media, the king. And they made, this is what's really trippy. They hate me, hate Erasmo Castro. They made me, you know, they made me who I am today. Because if they would have kept up with the times, they'd be able to produce information on the fly. Because people now, Sam, they don't want to read about a fire down southmost 2 days from now.
Yeah.
They want to read about it today. And that's what Erasmo does. And now they're trying to catch up, but they're so late in the game.
Like, do they even have like a Facebook or Twitter or anything like that?
They do, but they're so late in the game, Sam, that people still come to me first, and then they go verify with them instead of being the other way around,
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate. But again, I appreciate. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Brownsville Herald. Thank you, Channel 4. Thank you, Channel 23. And I used one example. I don't know. And I'm going to go to the comments. When I lost my race against Rose Gowan, the first time I ran against her, Sam, on Channel 4 News, Channel 4, and I still have the article somewhere. The story was Erasmo Castro gets defeated. That was the story. And I looked at it and go like, that's weird, no? Because she had won her third term or her fourth term,
Yeah.
The bigger story wasn't that Rose Gowan had won. The bigger story was that Erasmo Castro had lost.
That you lost.
And that is very, very telling, guys. Because again, and what's more trippy, Sam, the next morning, it was the number one trending story in the Valley.
Yeah.
Castro loses. And again, they made me famous because something that they haven't learned is that PR is PR, guys. If they're talking about you, PR is PR. So there's no such thing. Sam is ordering a Big Mac. There's no such thing as bad PR. Because if they're talking good about you, that's awesome. If they're talking bad about you, that's still awesome because they're talking about you.
You're still in their mind.
Let me see if I can find where I was at.
The one about the visitor center.
Yes, this one, right?
Yeah.
I actually went to go to because John White popped up and I wanted to post this. It was funny. Let's go through the comments. Dodichi, want a pizza? Pizza and wine. Sure. Saludos, espero que todos tengan un feliz año y les deseo muchas bendiciones, Katy. Bendiciones, Katy. Katy and I will be having lunch this week. I think we're going to talk a little bit about upcoming shows, and I appreciate that. Back in the day, the Brownsville Boys Club used to have boxing matches of kids that had problems with each other. Afterwards, shake hands, and the midst of the Chinese became friends. We need to come back to some of that.
Yeah.
Good morning, hermosa Frances, hermosa. Yeah, but you had 4 shots, and I'm ready for the fifth one. Good morning. At the hospitals, you can be exposed to COVID patients. Your face mask falls off. If you don't get a fever, you still good to work. Yeah, that's crazy. Philip McCracken. Good morning, Erasmo. Have you heard that Taco Bell launched chicken wings for only a week? I don't know if they are available here in the valley or up north. Reviews said they are good. That's like Kentucky Fried Chicken starting to sell pizza.
Yeah. Like no, just stick with what you know.
Yeah, stick with what you're good at. Good morning, John White. Oh my God, I was so I. Let me tell you, my crack up of the week. The thing that I laughed most about this week was Chapaneco, little Eddie Garcia, the board president, BISD, and the Brownsville Herald, all responding to John White's meme. That made my week. That just made my week. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Miss Presas is amazing. Hope she runs for the board once again. Uh, I hope she runs for office soon. Yeah, Pablo. Ray Martinez. I remember Westaco Boys and Girls Club in mid '80s had boxing. It'd be so awesome. Let me say, John, keep on making those memes.
But it shows that some people don't even know who's in the board and believe the memes. You know.
Yeah, it's but yeah, and that's a great point. A lack of information. People don't research enough. You know, they could have
Yeah.
put up a meme that of the board.
Next time you put a meme that you win, maybe it could win that way that you want.
Well, what's trippy is if you know how you get those memories on your Facebook thing.
Yeah.
If you put a meme from 10 years ago or 7 years ago, will people start to believe that that's happening now? If you don't do the right research and if you don't, inform yourself of what's going on, you know. Good morning, Mr. Castro and Sam. Thanks for keeping up with the show. Yes, maybe not at 8 a.m. and 9 p.m. on the dot to do your follows chime in, but eventually we do and we will. Good job. Thank you, Ms. Lamas. Este, uh, as y'all know, there is no show um, tonight, Saturday night. I haven't had a show the past 2 nights. It's been good for me. I've had let me say that we've had church in Matamoros and had great attendance, great stuff. And yesterday was a kind of dangerous day for us because there was these horrible shootings in Matamoros.
I heard about that. Was that nearby you guys?
Fortunately, not. But I think as of right now, I think the death count is like 3 dead. But the other night, let me say that I was coming with some friends. I drove it to my with on my scooter, and some friends just brought me back to the bridge. Let me say, I saw a couple of trucks out there. The guys con las matralletas, and las mancuernas. I think that's what they're called. And
Las
and
tartamudas.
las tartamudas. My el camarada Rigo said, "Do not look that way. Do not look that way." And I'm going like, "What?"
¿Cuál Rigo? ¿El de Priscila?
Yeah. Me dice Rigo, no voy a para allá, hermano, no voy para allá. Y yo like, ¿para allá?
¿Dónde? ¿Allá mero?
¿Allá?
Apuntándole.
Es que, do not tell me, don't look that way. Because like, over there?
Squirrel.
You shouldn't say that, man. Y claro, you're like, and yeah, they had guns.
Oiga, ¿qué están haciendo? Le comienzas a preguntar.
Hey, ¿y esas qué son? Going to visit Sylvia tonight. I am not. I don't have a show on Saturday nights. Plus, today will be the close of the church event, so I'm proud. Uh, I appreciate all the information shared. Dr. Hernandez is always a great guest. Very honest, education presentation. I do appreciate his work and his staff. True frontline heroes. 100%. Amazing, amazing work. I appreciate he was able to come on. Squirrel! Nombre Erasmo has conjugal visits with Sylvia. She only wishes. Guys, today we have the event for the kids in Matamoros. You still have an opportunity till 12 o'clock to bring in some toys, some candy, some stuff. So if you can, please bring it in. Bring it in. So we'd greatly appreciate. They would greatly appreciate. If you have old laptops, computers that you're not using, you don't care to use, bring those over. And also, as the medical equipment, I'll take all the medical equipment that y'all that don't use anymore. Sam, anything else?
Not at all, man.
Any plans for the weekend?
Staying warm.
Guys, have a great
Just
weekend.
busy, man. But
Have
just
a great
stay safe.
weekend. Social distance. Yes, of course. I will be throwing out the video. I will be throwing out pictures galore, tons, guys. And you'll see great kids, man. I love them. I actually, and just to say this, guys, and not to, I've donated a couple of gifts myself. I actually paid for them too. But I'm there's a lot of young kids. I'm breaking down with an iWatch, breaking down with one of these Gucci bags, these nice little thing bags. I don't get it. And that one actually was from Melida. Melida brought that for me. Beautiful bag. It's a $150 bag, bro. And we're going to be giving that away to the teenagers out there. And I think a cologne that someone gave me. Well, actually, I got it at the
We're
church.
gonna be giving away bar soaps.
You guys, here so you can take a shower, kid. No, it's at the end of the year party at church. Keychains. Right there. I have crap loads. At the end of the you know how we have the end of the year party at church?
Yeah.
Was one of the gifts I got was a cologne, so that's going to the kids in my
Ask your daddy if he wants to give away his socks.
Yeah, Papa did it como like 1,000 pairs of socks that he's willing to give away that he always says. And I have a couple. I think that Jessica brought me a $25 gift card. I'm going to give that away as well. And I thank you, Jessica, for that. And Jessica also brought me $20, and I'm going to give that away as well. Again, everything that is brought, guys, I want you to have faith that I'm not keeping anything unless I like it.
Can you be giving away some ties?
No. I'm very particular about my ties. No, the kids deserve it. And again, we'll take anything, and we'll take it to Matamoros slowly but surely. So Jessica, Snoopy, Melida, thank y'all. Really, and everyone else that is sending money and stuff. Thank y'all so much. The kids in Matamoros really, really appreciate it, and they appreciate it a lot more than kids from here. And that's just part of the cultural thing, because kids from here have everything. Kids from there have very little. And let me say, I took some of the little kids to lunch the other day, and it's just a regular restaurant, and they were tripping. They were like, "Ay, vinimos a un restaurante de los ricos," and te toca el alma. It touches your soul.
Yeah.
A lot of these kids have never visited a Peter Piper, or something that for us is like, let's have a party.
Something so simple for us.
Amazing. Like, ay, vinimos al restaurante de los ricos. A cute little 7-year-old girl. And it touched my heart. It really does. So, guys, if I give you that opportunity, that blessing, if you want to touch some lives, send some stuff their way. It'll get to them. I promise you. I was gonna say, if you want to touch some children, but I think that would have.
I was hoping you wouldn't say that.
That would not have been the right thing to say, or that could have been taken like, "Oh, look at what he said." Guys, have a great weekend. God bless. Stay safe. Social distance, face covering, hand sanitizer. If you still believe in all that crap, I'm done. guys. We'll be back Monday
And
morning at
oh, you know what, man?
what?
And if you just turn 18, register to vote
Oh, yes. If
to
you
get
turn 18,
involved.
register, vote, please. Oh, also, one quick thing, and I almost forgot. I did post on my page, guys, the family of the girl that lost her life on Billy Mitchell. Este, uh, uh, please, they are having a fundraiser tomorrow. A fundraiser tomorrow. Please go out there, guys, and to buy some stuff. I plan to go out there and buy some food from them. Uh, please go buy some stuff from them. Tomorrow they will have an event. I think at 12 on. It's on my page.
Where
Uh,
exactly on Billy Mitchell?
well, she had the accident on Billy Mitchell.
Yeah.
The fundraiser is going to be on Southmost by a clinica something. It's on my page.
Oh, Clínica Santa María.
Esa mera. Esa mera. So please, guys, go out there and buy some tickets if you can. I'd greatly appreciate it. The family would greatly appreciate it.
Yeah.
Just show today at 6 p.m. Yes, today at 6
And
p.m.
I
guys.
think she left like 2 babies behind. That's the sad
Well,
part.
well, let me say that as horrible as this may sound, but gracias a Dios that the babies were not in the car with her.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to make that sound horrible. But please, que bueno que the kids were not in the car. You know,
Yeah.
that would have been a
I did see that it looked pretty bad on that in the accident. It
yeah.
did look pretty bad.
And let me say, guys, yeah, I was able to post a video and a picture that people sent in. I I I didn't see the video. I don't think that it showed anything horrible. I don't see a lot of stuff that's posted, guys. So please don't be bashing Erasmo like, oh, Erasmo, why are you? I don't watch a lot of stuff. I don't read a lot of the stuff that I post that's coming in from people. Just believe
Yeah.
that people have a right to express themselves. And I hope more and more people can be a little bit tolerant in regards to people expressing themselves. I don't want people bashing my students because they have horrible grammar. We already know that. Because they can't spell. It's a given.
There's an app for that.
There's an app for that. As they just want to express themselves, and I love that my
Yeah.
students are expressing themselves. It's
Hey, I seen mayors, and I'm not gonna say from which city, that has horrible grammar.
Brownsville.
But
What?
but I'm not gonna say which city.
Los friends of Brownsville. What?
Confusing there, and the that and then. I'm like, I'm not even gonna put you out there.
Trex. What? And these people are professionals. Guys, have a great weekend. Love you all, guys. Love you all. And Monday morning, 9 o'clock, Dios mediante, we'll be back on. Hit us up for anything that you want to donate to Mexico. Guys, be good to each other and please continue to be good to me. God bless.
You bless. Bye.